give you a chance to fight, to bypass what is going to be an extremely deadly challenger stage. I mean, we're looking at that European RMR, and a lot of teams are dropping out, you know, in scary positions, right? We got G2 in 1 and 2 territory. So obviously, the competition is going to be fierce in the challenger stage. Bypassing that would be a massive accomplishment for all of these teams.
And so we head map number 1, Overpass. Evil Genius's selection and 9Z have to face off and complete their set of upset runs. And the same for Evil Geniuses. One of these teams will be legends in Rio. Keep that in mind. The winner here will be a legend, meaning they skip that challenger stage. They get themselves in towards that main event. And starting things off, it'll be the IGL Nealon finding some success on the Buddha, but they're going to transition them. They're trying to flash on through, and Brehze's going to be able to hit the shot. It's down to the dualies, and Brehze instantaneous on the pistols. It's all of a sudden just DGT out towards barrels, and he gets cleared. Round over. Evil Genius just stamped their foot down.
That's a diligent play right there from EG as well, man. 4-on-1. They even wait for the flash in that 4-on-1, man. They're coming in well-trained, well-disciplined. And EG fire off a lovely pistol round.
That is, that's a statement. That's a statement. Just a B-rush coming through, and they deal with the triple monster swing that 9Z was tossing at them. That is unreal.
Beautiful work being done.
Now down to the USPs. And, well, it gets a little less serious, unfortunately.
Yeah, should be able to farm things up here. I like the idea. Love these sort of stacks, these kind of gimmicky plays, right? Because you kind of have to rely on that when you only have the USB. No big deal. As long as they don't get farmed up by a MAC-10 heading their way, then they should be in good territory. And I think they're going to send in initially automatic to just probe out this B-bomb site.
You know, it's really surprising that EG have found all the success with HexT in the lineup as well. I believe initially there were rumors it was supposed to be Masuda coming through and saving this team. But he's actually just maintained decent form enough for his EG team to still find success.
Yeah, he has. Again, a lot of life in this team now. Granted to EG, kind of by the IGL switches, I'll definitely have to say, and by, you know, the youthful energy that Hex is providing here, right? He's given a lot of motivation. He's been fighting it off for his chance at Tier 1 for quite some time here, back in the RBG Carpe Diem days here. Automatic, only a 1-for-1 trade with the MAC-10, so not able to farm up some checks, but I love what Hex he brings to the table, right? He's been a player I've kept my eye on for quite a while, and seeing him succeed in EG is so promising.
Important to hold on to the rifles here. Brehze's not going to hand one over just yet, but yeah, I think HexT in particular is going to be a big factor for the future success of this lineup. This qualifier for him means the most. He's the one player on this EG team who has not made it to a major. Of course, you have automatic a major winner, and Brehze and Cirque and Nealon have all had their experiences in their various different teams. Hex, this is his first experience at a major qualifier. I wouldn't want to be in any better company, though, than his teammates right now.
No doubt. It's good, good bit of experience brought in. Right now, got ourselves a little bit of that rifle prowess to answer back here. A couple A4 users in the mix there. David rocking that. But again, EG playing these slow defaults, making sure that they're patient about things.
Towards the fountain side, trying to maybe lure in these monster players to a push, but I wouldn't want to be pushing automatic. He himself has been a turret. Him and Brehze have been a solid rifling duo, and in this RMR, it's been Cirque all the way. Back to their old roots. Good, Max. Okay, just making sure you're here, ready to play. Bit of a standoff for now. Out of that corner, Brehze. Right up close. Cirque.
No flashes.
ISI,
Gonna make things a bit awkward.
Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Max is going to have to go for this individual fight now. He goes for the swing. He will win it versus Cirque. There's no way he survives this, though. Brehze Great flash thrown by Nealon, and that will get the job done. 30 seconds on the clock, though, Cole. Things are getting a bit dicey now towards the site. NQZ can do a lot of damage here, and he will, striking down Hex. DGT around the dice boxes, though, out in the open with David helping out. Does the damage necessary. 15 seconds. Time's a ticking. Nealon falls, and it's just automatic. He's been spotted out. That's the round for 9Z.
Beautiful hold right there coming through. Nice trading, nice attempts coming from EG there towards long, but it seems like they ran that clock a little bit dry, and once things started to go wrong, the rotations were so swift from 9Z. It's a beautiful hold offered up by them to open up the gun rounds here. But seems like we got a bit of a tech pause in the mix. No big deal. Get that resolved very quickly here. It's been smooth sailing so far here at the road.
Just steadying back up. Getting in DGT's mouse in order. I think we're good to back to go with the tech pause is done. Pretty clean round there from 9Z, all things considered. Could have been a rough one on the site. NQZ held onto his own. Towards the front of bathrooms, everyone won their respective duels, and a good rotation was there in time. Evil Geniuses couldn't jump on their prey quick enough.
See them go for a force by here, though. EG not looking to lose their grasp on a lead at the moment. T-side's
is
gonna be
so
quite tricky, but
ratty.
what is this play? He's gonna go right through the smoke, but they're moving and shooting. Hex is gonna mow down 2. Automatic with the help. But that's a terrible start for 9Z. They're gonna lose so much power here on that B bomb site, and it offers up very little damage in return.
They were hoping they would only run into one player. They were hoping they would go back to this sort of party side default. A call off of spawn, a bold call, but boy, does it ends up looking silly. It's a 3 versus 5, and this round is taking on water. If 9Z don't find something quick, they could just get squeezed.
So far, surprising that they're holding their nerve this well in what is the 3-on-5 here. No real re-aggression just yet. But look at this position. NQZ far too committed. They're going to turn the corner here, and he's in no man's land. Sure, you can pop a couple shots off, but finding any sort of multi-kills is going to be near impossible.
And now, I mean, with 40 seconds on the clock, time is starting to tick a little bit, but Automatic is about to clear out the entirety of the B site. So, no one's home. He'll clear out short just in case. But I think the bomb is about to make its great reposition. And this should seal away the round. 9Z are basically guaranteed to save. And Evil Geniuses, that will make themselves at home at 3 on this one. I mean, it's the round kind of just ends off the back of a double kill. And EG just don't make any mistakes.
Yeah, I can honestly respect the boldness from 9Z here. Again, sure, this isn't the most intense matchup, but I gotta say, man, qualifying for the major, it doesn't get that much easier than going 3-0, right? So sure, there is the pressure applied here. It's not your last chance. But going for a call like that, maybe they were expecting less of a buy to come through from 9Z, but it's certainly... It fell flat quickly, and when those sort of plays go sour, it's really, really difficult to recover rounds like that.
I mean, bold to go for the early play. But I'm sure that's what got 9Z here in the first place. See if they can pick themselves back up again. You remember that first gun round was pretty clean. Should be able to bring in some rebuys, and they will. M4 dropped across to DGT. Scout for NQZ, he can definitely use that one in best of ones gone by. Budo forced down to the MP9. Not the worst buy here for 9Z. Still trying to give themselves opportunity on the CT side of Overpass.
It's a bit of a tricky buy to work with here, but they can do the damage. NQZ certainly hungry for that long control. He's been posted up here quite a bit so far, and just looking to maintain that space. One thing I think EG has been doing quite nicely is not only have they looked good more so in the individual form, but I feel like they are able to do a lot of preparation for some of the opposition, right? They got the supporting staff around them. They use that to full effect. NQZ pops a shot off, but has to fall out as the flashbang is just enough. And all a game of timing here. If Max wants to follow up on this flank, he's going to run it into automatic here soon.
Automatic seems a bit wise to it. Just gun it out towards long, but that's a massive overstep from DGT. Brehze will get traded out, but NQZ is on 11 points of health. Now flashed, now smoked. 8 though could touch down potentially, but Neelan's nowhere near it. HexT has a duel on his plate. David out in the open. HexT is gonna win it. And that's the site opened up. 9Z. Their money's not in a good spot, but Max might drag them back into this whether they like it or not. 3 versus 3. But you see Cirque pushing in towards Bank. He'll clean up the kill onto NQZ. Max still activated on this flank. And time starting to tick.
Oh, and HexT shows his face from up above. He strikes down Max on this attack, though. He's actually going for this clutch.
No kit, though. Surely this is not within his reaches. He's going to have to start tapping. He's going to have to start faking the defuse as soon as possible. And starting to fire off now. He can't even tap the bomb properly. It's time to head on out. HexT will do it for him. 4-1. Evil Geniuses. Now that's a real backbreaking round that 9Z might not be able to handle.
Yeah, without the kit, I'm surprised how long Max was actually hanging around there for that clutch. You know that one just cannot go your way in the 1-on-2. It's almost impossible for EG to lose right there without the kit. So, you know, you got to call that save off right there, but instead he goes for it. He drops what could have been the only primary, and in fact it would have been, in this round. And EG getting off to a very hot start. You know, you never want to count 9Z out in these games, right? That's something that we have to know by now. But on the T side, they're doing it, and I think that's the key distinction.
Also do want to give the score update that against Imperial. So yeah, we were talking all about these teams, Brazilian teams trying to make the major, a bunch of teams in the 1 and 2 column. To keep it simple, only one of the teams currently in the 1 and 2 column can make the major, and that's not even a guarantee. So just gotta throw that out there. It's a surprising thing to say for this kind of major.
Yeah.
You see 9Z and EG with potential to become legends. That is possibly an even more incredible feat.
Yeah, right. They'd have to take on the winner of Liquid versus Complexity, but getting that 3-0 position, it gives you that chance.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot. There, it's going to shut things down. Keep things nice and tight here. Another A-side stack. Again, this is kind of that preparation being done, man. They know exactly what 9Z like to do in these. Somehow the dualies, though, long range. That's a nice response from David. Looking pretty crispy with the double guns, but Cirque and Neelan to clean things up, keep things nice and tidy. And there's smiles on the faces in the EG camp, man. That's what Neelan is bringing, right? You talked about HexT and the energy he has for this team, but again, you know, watching EG over the past couple of years, there wasn't too many smiling faces on that roster. Now Neelan, as the leader, is delivering some joy.
It's very business though for the guys at 9Z. Only able to find early success on Overpass with that first gun round, but outside of that, I think they've been mostly beaten and outred in a lot of situations. Of course, these eco rounds not really posing too much of a threat. Trying to see what call they're going to be making, what setup they have to employ. Evil Geniuses have thrown a couple of different looks at them that have ended on the same note. They've defaulted out towards Monster and then proceeded to end long one of those rounds. So it's a really tough to read this EG team, I think, is been the problem. But you have NQZ on and off.
It's a good sign here. We'll see if NQZ can get started early, but it's only a leg shot. He gets the shot off first. That's an impressive feat, but HexT is able to capitalize off of that with some aggression and connector and a 5-on-3 to kick things off here. EG, they keep up the good starts once again.
And it just has to be aggressive again, and Buddha's gonna get caught. One more player on the plate. DGT pushing all the way down towards long. Brehze does have to be aware of this possible timing. Same time, David tucked away. Breezy's going to begin his push forward. Might be cut off DGT, and he will. This round, absolutely dominant. David, nothing to do in this one. This round was over, basically within the first 30 seconds. Just like that previous one where they double push Monster.
I love that 9Z are feeling confident enough to go for the aggressive movements, right? But right now, it's not panning out for them. That's a flawless sweep coming through from EG as they shut things down, no questions asked. And it just looks like they are coming into this match with every right read. Cirque posted up with the up-in connector. He has Hex close by. They know the setups that 9Z are going for. It looks like they're so well prepped for this matchup right now. And 9Z trying to throw some tricks into the match and into this map here, but it's falling flat because EG are ready for it.
Hex is 9-3 in this game as well, which is just, I mean, some impact kills found in that round as well. Taking down the connector player, making sure no one could escape, furthering that round advantage. 9Z, what's the call? I mean, just a couple half-bot pistols and a double monster setup to hope and pray someone forgets their flashbang. Automatic even working out towards short water. And they did not forget their flash, but they did want to find out what was behind the smoke, and I think there's a saying for that about finding out.
Heard it once or twice, and right now they are making sure not to mess around. They're doing their due diligence at the moment here. They're gonna turn the corner into another stack here of swords. But Brehze lines up two accidents in QZ.
He killed the, he was on the boost. He was boosted up.
Oh no!
What? How?
Nothing could go wrong for EG. They're gonna move out. Maybe I've spoken too soon though. There's another trade, and David's still standing here on the bomb site. They might not expect this.
Oh, if he gets a double kill, he needs both kills here. But now he's joined up with 3. What a shot, though. First headshot on the Cirque. That's the first part of it. He needs this double kill, but Nealon will deny him, and it's DGT in a 1v2. No kit, but the possibility to frag. Speeding his way down. He wants his kill fast. Hex is going to give him the fight. That's a headshot to hold on out, and now Nealon has to clutch. 1v1.
Has the comfort of knowing there's no kit though. DGT, he has to get a 10-second defuse off, and that's easier said than done. Nealon playing it so passive as well.
Nealon's not even biting on this. Unreal. He has to go back and fake the bomb soon enough. Yeah, Nealon will go for the peek. Doesn't matter. There is no time. Still an effort made there by 9Z with DGT in particular. A little over eager there, HexT, kind of giving that 1v1 potential.
Yeah.
But this,
dude.
what?
Wait, it was the first bullet? Oh my god.
The first bullet killed him!
What?
What?
Oh my god, it was the moving inaccuracy, I believe. That is
Imagine
sickening.
that from NQZ's perspective as well.
I gotta watch that one back.
I can't believe it.
I gotta see it from his POV, right? That's gonna be something to watch in the demos right there. Oh, there's nothing you can do but laugh if you're 9Z after that. Oh, the slow-mo. It does it justice. I didn't even realize how insane that was.
I didn't even know it was like the first bullet out the gun. I thought there was like some weird lineup that could have happened with that angle. How fortunate.
Thank God we got a replay of that. That was a lovely little slow-mo.
Catch you on Reddit, I guess.
I love
If
this
you guys
boost.
aren't gonna put that on Reddit, I will, and I will I will get my internet points.
Look at this boost, though. Oh my god, they're ready for this, too. EG are prepped for everything. And they send them right on down here. The setup fails, and I wonder if that's going to turn the heat up towards that A side. They know it's a lot of resources towards this direction.
He's out in the open. He's jumping up top. He still gets the kill, but that's the upper down. That's the only A-site defender. Only now Max coming back in rotation. Only now Max can potentially stop this. He's already to the back of Dice, but that's an entry from the young man Hex. Jumps up on top of truck, takes the whole site for his team, and 9Z are locked out.
And they are locked out here once again by a smoke, but David spams Hex straight down. So an avenue back into this retake.
David's going back in for second, but 2 kills come back in. They keep trying to push on in, and Cirque swats them aside. 8-1 Evil Geniuses.
Oh, man. And Cirque coming into form here, not only in his match versus Furia, but here and now when it matters the most in the qualification match as well, man. Landing those fast flicks. Being so mobile here. EG are on fire. HexT even showing that, sure, he might not have the experience, but he's gaining it quickly as he finds the entries on that A side.
Unreal. Evil Genius is on fire. NQZ still gets his AWP out at a minimum. But we haven't seen him take over games like he has for 9Z earlier on in this RMR. He's mostly shut down. I mean, first Brehze and then HexT. HexT having a game right now, 12-5, matching the likes of Brehze. One of North America's best riflers of all time. NQZ, that op will ring out, but that is only going to put pressure the play further towards that A site. They want no part of that op.
I mean, maybe 9Z could beat them to the punch, so the rotations are swift, and they made it into the bomb site here already.
Oh, Buddha's out in the open, though. That's a problem. DGT now trapped out towards the truck. He gets the first, though, but Brehze's there on the trade, and now the smokes begin to choke out the site. NQZ does arrive to the scene. Doesn't need to show his prowess if they want to bring this one back. The re-smoking towards dumpster. David's locked out for the most part. I think it's time to pack your bags here if you're 9Z.
I call it a day. Get out with the guns that you have. I love purchases like these, right? Because it can always catch players off guard there. But EG getting some fast reactions is a great way to respond. They spot the op towards B. They quickly move in towards A. They're able to nearly beat the rotations to the punch. But again, utility work being done here from EG. So promising. And also, I think they've gotten a bit of unfortunate timing. NQC saving this op is going to be a bit of a tricky task. His barrel's showing.
Spotted. Still gets a shot, though. All right, all right. That op's his. But yeah, 9-1. I mean, some of these rounds, it's not like it's been completely seamless and flawless, right? For Evil Geniuses, they've put up some form of resistance on the site. But generally said, 9Z have never been in a winnable position where they can attempt to retake any of these engagements. Evil Geniuses have just been in the right spot at the right moment. So if 9Z, see if they can fight out for the long term in one of these rounds and not get collided like they did with Brehze right there.
Yeah, that always helps for a round conversion, right? Not instantly losing 2 openers here. David looking to aggress, so this is a bold play without a flashbang. He still nails the shot. Beautiful opener from David to find out, but they're going to quickly move off the back of that in towards the B site. The pass is smoke.
They're already past it. They're going to jump on in, and Brehze's going to get the entry. David, with his double kill so far, this round continues, but does get dropped. Brehze gets a triple kill to answer David's double, and now with his 2v3 in the site, Max running up towards short. Hex, always on watch, still laser focused, and it's time to save for NQZ again. David gave him a chance this time around, but 9Z couldn't make do with it.
Man, we got a little bit of the old guard here stepping up here, right? Brehze having a fire game as well. Triple kill on the entry from him. How on earth are you able to get away with 3? The first player put him down to 12 HP, and he finds 2 more to follow up, man. The Brehze and Cirque combo is back in full force.
This is, I mean, it's a terrifying force as well. Brehze has been the highest rated LAN player for Evil Geniuses, period. Hey, NQZ is going to be able to nail a couple on the back end, sure. But it's just showing how in form these Evil Geniuses players are. Brehze just entries up the whole B site. And even ready for that short play was HexT at the same time. Nothing surprising. Evil Geniuses here. 9Z are feeling quite red right now. 10-1.
Again, man, the one thing we'll credit 9Z to is their comeback potential, right? Even versus major winners, there's no doubt about it. They have that ability, and I don't want to count them out by any means here, but it's on the T side right now that EG are absolutely running up a storm. And 9Z, I think they've really relied on the CT side to offer up a lot of the comebacks here. They haven't been on the back foot like this. It's a whole different incursion here. And pulling things back on the T side of Overpass, that can feel like a much more difficult task.
Yeah, this is by far and away Evil Genius's best map pick as well. They have so many different hooks that they can throw at you. Can David add something to this, though? Yeah, he can, but the trade's there. HexT understanding that aggression. Feels free to open the door, get the kill. Max, though, wants to make a play. That smoke's about to fade, and Nealon's back is about to be turned. Is he just going to straight... He's going to straight walk through the smoke. Max is going to go ahead and collect that freebie. And Evil Genius is actually have to play from behind for once.
Yeah, but when you have these three up, I mean, maybe that's not the scariest of prospects. These guys have been electric, and I don't think Brehze has been spotted. He'll be able to scale up deep in towards this A site here, get a close angle towards long, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on these two players in bathrooms to get the job done, jiggling out. Oh, beautiful shot from NQZ.
Yeah, great flash as well to follow up. It's going to be 9Z picking up their second with some help. Good op shots.
Great work being done right there from 9Z. And QZ has been kind of the shining light here at the moment, though he has been doing a whole lot of work to keep things in good stead for the 9Z camp. I guess the best possible stead that they could be in here. It's the third tack timeout used here, so 3 of 4 now called in from 9Z. And that's kind of scary, right? This is a big lead and not a lot of timeouts left.
So 9Z finally get a bit of success. And it's time to talk now. Definitely getting active there. Zach wasn't present for the first part of the Antwerp Major, but now he's actually here behind his boys. Now able to participate with his team and looking to lead them to a potential major. Overpass is not looking like a great battleground for them, but if they can reverse it, turn it 10-5, and hey, they have certainly had a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
not gonna write them off.
The slimmest of opportunities, and they will make magic happen in the comebacks here. So I think 10-5 is kind of necessary, that's for sure. Gather a little bit of momentum towards the tail end, but easier said than done here as the constant EG force has been pressed upon you. Looking like a little bit of a B-pop here. Not a bad idea, but there's quite a bit of presence at the moment here. Stacked up, ready to go to offer up a defense. 3 players, and they're going to make their move on through the smoke.
We're just going to shift 1-2. As it fades, surprise, Buddha tries to hold the line, and he gets ran down. Nealon automatic double entry, and there's no one to rotate in. Brehze even cleaning up other parts of the map. DGT and NQZ. DGT finds a double kill, but Zerk quickly trades that one back with an op shot through the wall. NQZ coming late in rotation. I mean, how many of these are you going to have to give up? And I don't think they want to hand many more over. He has some cash in the wallet. Might be a good reason enough to toss himself at the wall. But Zerk sees his chance to get on the angle. And that'll make 11-2. Evil Geniuses pick up the ball.
Fantastic work being done right there. Zerk feeling some confidence taking the angles versus NQZ, who's been playing pretty well, but still shutting things down here. And now you take a look. This is 9Z's last chance to get a good gun round in. Sure, you deal with max loss bonus, but you're probably going to be working with some pots and pans in the next if you do not capitalize on this one, and that would lead them into a 13-2 scoreline, something they're not too unfamiliar with, but not going to be an easy call block by any means. And again, HexT entry prowess here. The headshot hit by Max, but the AK is a tad better, and he's going to look to take down NQZ. He finds a second kill. The follow-up off the entry is there from HexT. The young gun stepping up big time here for EG.
He wants to qualify for his first major, and he does it with a double kill. This round's not done. HP bar starting to get a bit low for the EG camp. And David has been the man to deliver a couple multi-kills for 9Z. Automatic is just going to walk up towards me, though. Oh, and DGT out in the open. And now, a double kill from Buddha could salvage this round a tad bit, but it's just drawn away the rotations, and Brehze has just found a wide open A site.
Can respect the gamble call to double up towards B, especially after seeing the presence that EG just threw at the wall. But like you said, it's going to allow for some deep positioning coming through and secured. Hex has the point of rotation caught off and connector here. So they're going to start to realize a little bit too late. And this off angle could provide Hex his third kill in the round.
Oh, and it will. Easy does it. Right into his crosshairs. Toying around with some weapons. David. Swing the door, but that's been heard, surely. Maybe it hasn't. David will make his way up connector, but the 1v3 is just... It's so difficult now that his position's known, and I think he's just going to go salvaging weapons here. Looking for... He's looking for an AK that isn't there because Hex didn't die.
I think there was an op in connector at some point, right? Because that was where NQZ went down.
I'm sure Cirque shuffled that one out.
Yeah. Making sure that that is not afforded to them here. And honestly, that's just heads up plays coming through from EG. Making sure that they don't get onto that. David, sure, you can wield the AK, but the only one that's been able to offer up any sort of steady defense has been off the shoulders of NQZ and his op ability.
They're just smiling at the EG camp. Hex is just doing all the work all on his own. Solo man in towards connector, finds a double kill. Close the round with 3. I think he's been the one player who has sort of struggled statistically, but he has found his own here in Stockholm.
That he has. Yeah, and again, you expect him to come into this one firing on all cylinders. Interesting to see just Automatic kind of take a backseat, right? This guy has been lifting EG up for quite some time since he first joined the roster. But it's not needed. It's not necessary right now because you got the vintage performance coming up from the dynamic duo. And oh man, if things couldn't get worse. Nealon opening up proceedings on the spam to DGT. Able to get away with a big one.
That's only going to lure them more further into the B site, potentially. Smoking towards Monster. They're going to boost up. Trying to see into short. They don't see anything. Oh, that dude in 9Z.
I think it's giving them a false sense of security right now. You take a look at NQZ, and he's starting to rotate elsewhere. That might send them off of this B-bomb site to gamble more presence towards A, but they're still committed. They know that they have so much control offered up by Max.
So they'll flash out towards Monster. There's 3 players here inside the pit. Automatic falls first, but Brehze there on the trade. Brehze has entered this site before, but Buddha will actually find the frag back. Hex, still a player inside the pit, but he clears him out. And QZ blindsided. Buddha couldn't protect him. Now he's the only player left, and it's 13-2. Evil Geniuses looking on fire, and we'll see if they can close out their map pick of Overpass.
This world is slowing down. How can I fight it? How can I listen when there's no sound? Oh, the wolves are out. Yes, the wolves are out. Hold on to what you found. Days are deceiving. My head
a 13-2 half out of Evil Geniuses is unexpected or expected at this rate. This team is gradually improved throughout the course since the player break, and they're bringing it all to a head here to qualify for Rio. My name is Fi. I'm joined by Colt Extra McHenry as 9Z have to take the T side to make a comeback happen, and it could start here, but Automatic has a couple of T's on his plate, and he'll take two. Taking his time while he's about it. 3 versus 3. Automatic is going to clean house, make it a third, and all of a sudden, it's only DGT.
Yeah, taking their time is exactly right here, but the round will end quickly as the trade comes through eventually. And man, it was a bit messy, but what's important is that EG finished the job, and again, smiles on their faces as there is no concern. They can afford to miss shots. Look at how everyone on this 9Z team is blinded up by Cirque's flash. Excellent use of utility is maintained in that second half, and EG grabbing 14 about as easy as can be.
Yep, and without a second thought, 9Z forced buy-in. Tech 9s are going to be all across the board, and one Galil that doesn't even have head armor to back it up. It is not great, and we're just going round 2 at the B side again.
We go test the waters here once again here, Hex. Maybe not as tidy as you'd like him on the pistol, trying to capitalize off of that, but he's in front of the smoke, he's in front of the flashes, and he does so much damage.
Brehze's just running through. He wants his kill. A team kill comes through for DGT as well to make matters worse. And then the nade. And then the round to follow. 15-2. We might be out here as quick as the halftime break.
Yeah. Man, oh man. They've just tried. They lock towards the B side. Again, 9Z, you never want to count this team out, but I'm starting to do so now. I think that their days here are numbered. Their sights are set towards Dust 2, in which they have a flawless record on so far here regionally. And, you know, they're going to have to look towards this map to bring them back into the series. But EG, they've certainly stomped their name on Overpass here.
That is for darn sure. Tech 9s once again. This time, Nealon is going to take his turn at finding out some fun towards the short side. They actually do pick up the Galil. Does make it a tad bit more deadly.
Oh, an Automatic has a round in the palm of his hand. So although things get interesting with David finding the kill onto Cirque, all of a sudden things can switch on
Automatic.
up, and Automatic's been spotted.
Automatic's going to keep going, taking liberties, because that's the American way. You can laugh at my joke, or you don't have to laugh. That also works.
Oh, it was good. I was just so focused on Automatic pushing up there. I thought that things were going to go south, but another kill offered up from David, taking in space of his own. Like, it all comes down to what Hex can do. He goes down on the B side, and unfortunately for Automatic's advanced positioning, it's all going to be for naught at the end of the day, because both sites are clear at the moment, and he's on a bit of a flank that shouldn't bear too much fruit.
Automatic hopping around. And he could go down here if he hard clears angles, and there you go. David's going to swing out for a 4K. They handed the Galil to him, and he got 3 kills with it. Now that's something.
Now if you're Max here, are you calling out? Sure. We're down. And this isn't looking pretty. 15-3 right now. But we've been able to pull ourselves back versus some ledges before. Do you think he's calling that out?
Oh, I'm sure he is. I don't think this... this team has not given up against any of their opponents so far. Once again, I'll reiterate this one. Down 13-2 against Imperial. They ran it all the way back. Now, on their opponent's best map pick, can they do it here? 12 rounds in a row is going to be needed, and that is something to sit you down. Brehze.
Beautiful shot. Absolutely gorgeous to open up proceedings here. We'll see if we can net them success in terms of the round conversion. Look at the space. Look at the ground being taken. Automatic's calling this A side clear, and they're going to start to bolster up this B side. We'll see if it's in time, though. That's the big question.
Smoke's going in. There will be 3 Deagles to hold this down, as well as a connector flank from Automatic. And now the scout comes into play. The whole arsenal brought to bear here for Evil Geniuses. It could end here, realistically, with this massive stack, but they're not watching for David. He'll double up, but automatic. Ooh. He gets some success. Brehze comes through, jumps on the site with the deagle. He's sitting right inside that smoke, and automatic finds another kill. It's down to NQZ to stop the deagles from closing this map down. Brehze will fall first. And oh, NQZ's gonna get another. Zerk, it's only the scout that can stop him. NQZ looking good for a clutch, and he will pick it up, and 9Z will still stand tall.
Grabs a big 1v3 there, bails them out of what could have been a disastrous finish to Overpass. And they play on. NQZ, again, one of those motivators here on 9Z to net them these comebacks so far. So winning a clutch like that, maybe it could be added to the tally. Again, it's a little bit far-fetched here on the B side of Overpass, but if there was ever a clutch that would activate you, it'd be that little 1v3. The way he was able to chop and change those duels, very promising.
(15-4). We can keep counting the rounds. 9Z have not given up. 9Z will never give up. Rule of thumb. Great nade, and this round should be cleaned up a lot cleaner than the last. Just they're not working with much here.
Not quite. Calling it another save here. They definitely have a decent lead to do so, man. The Deagles are scary. EG are in form right now when it comes to the mechanics.
That was just caress. That almost felt like casual to describe a deagle shot.
Isn't this casual? Nealon's face stone cold.
That 50 cal has suit and tie on it.
Oh. Max gonna put an end to things right there, and they're up to 5. 1 by 1. Like you said, counting on up. They got to take it round by round. That's kind of the key here. But again, this is where the investments are going to come on out. And that's where I do kind of favor EG to finish the job. Once they get these rifles out, once they get the op in the hands of Cirque with how well he's been playing, it's not going to be easy. But 9Z, again, there's a roster you can't call. You can't really give them up on them. They've proven that so far. They've taken down Fallen when Fallen had a lead 13-2.
But this is the best opportunity EG have gotten to end it on the spot. Automatic back to the flames. Oh, that tick has been heard. They know exactly where he's at, and Buddha will capitalize, finding the instant headshot. 4 versus 5. Cirque unable to connect. Things start to get wonky here for EG. Hex making a lot of noise from what it's worth.
Could allow DGT to zone in. It seems like he is, certainly. We'll see if Hex is sharper, though. They're going to start to gamble over a lot of presence here towards the B side. Hex has spotted him in time and will put him down.
He's even ready to potentially re-swing on this one. 8 is going towards Pit, but he catches Buddha off the line. That HE is not a molly, and Hex will swing it. Finding himself the double kill on a stellar map from him so far. Plants coming through from Max. Bold plant as it is, considering the positioning. Max will not be able to escape Nealon. Now a 2 versus 4. There's a problem here for EG. They don't have a smoke. NQZ's op can do all the talking here, but now it has to do all the talking, and it won't. HexT having a magnificent map, and it is Evil Geniuses who will make their way to 16.
And that they do. It's a beautiful closer coming through from Evil Geniuses. You gotta be happy with that one. You can see the smiles all over their faces here as the energy is at an all-time high here for EG.
Yeah, this is a wonderful statement of a map performance. A couple of extra rounds towards the end for 9Z. I guess to get the ball rolling towards it, but HexT, a magnificent one. That might be one of his best that he's ever had.